Here with safety Ashton Davis. Ashton, 7 tackles, 3 tackles for loss tonight. You were really rolling. What was working so well for you?
Just reading my keys, trying to do my job. That's it.
What did you think of the defensive performance as a whole? Obviously not what you guys really wanted to come out with out of this game, but what did you think of how they performed?
Not to our standard. Obviously, every time we come out here, we're trying to pitch a shutout, and it just wasn't to our standard. Got to get back in the lab and correct some things, but we're built on it.
What about this safety room? I know it's deep. There's a lot of competition right now. What have you thought of it all throughout training camp and particularly tonight?
Yeah, we got a great room, super competitive room, and a bunch of guys that can play football. And I love our room.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, Ashton.
Thank you.
Yeah, they did a good job dropping everyone out. I think we got drop 8 on that one, where I was trying to go with the ball. Their sandbacker was kind of sitting underneath it, so kind of told myself in this game if they want to drop some guys, I got to get down to my outlets or try and get out of the pocket. And it was also a goal. I think Aaron kind of mentioned in the first game, like use my feet a little bit. We've been in camp and everything's, throwing it quite a bit and trying to stay in the pocket and get rid of it. But a part of the game is being able to extend plays after too. So that was a part of it as well. I also wanted to try and get out and work on some of that stuff too.
Zach, we talked a lot last preseason about running out of bounds after Philly. Was there anything when you went back to the sideline that maybe you should have extended it as far as you did?
I think first thought in my mind was kind of like Jacksonville when I came down the sideline. I was like, I think I might be able to score here. So I tried to cut back, but I should have gone out of bounds there.
How'd you feel like the game went for you otherwise?
Yeah, good. Those guys did a good job, man, of disguising. They gave us some tough looks, some funky fronts, and it's going to be a good learning experience to go back and watch. I think we had some good, just like kind of easy completions underneath, but I would love to see if there was more to them. And so it's hard to give an answer there until I really go back and watch it, because I do want to jump into that film and see if there was more there for sure.
What was it like to have Makai out there on the right side, and how do you think he did?
Yeah, great. I mean, I didn't get touched, so it's hard to point to just him because I'm not obviously focused on him during the game. But I think all those guys did an awesome job, and I'm excited for him to be healthy and back out there, and he's in great shape. And so I'm excited for all those guys that got to run tonight. And every time we step on the field, it's a good opportunity for us.
Can you talk about that protection a little bit? 'Cause in the joint practice, it seemed like the Bucs were getting after you guys a little bit. That wasn't really the case.
Yeah. I think probably because of that. I think the guys up front took it as a challenge, and same with us getting the ball out of our hands quickly. And I would also say that tonight was probably a little bit more of show like we're going to bring a lot, and then kind of bail out of it too. But I think the guys up front stepped up to the challenge. I thought they did a good job.
Where do you think you've made the most improvement in this preseason camp? The whole thing.
I would say just being comfortable, having a clear understanding of what the goal of each play is, and understanding what looks each things are for, and why I want to get to certain plays, why we're doing things a certain way. And I think when you really have an understanding of why we're doing something, it's easier to be able to be successful on that play. And these games are fun because after every single rep, every single play, there's always going to be something we can learn and go back to. So it's going to be a fun film to watch.
I know you've talked about last year was hectic and a lot of other things. Were you not comfortable? Were there a lot of times where you weren't comfortable?
Well, I wanted to feel like I was, but I don't feel as comfortable and confident as I do right now, of course. And for whatever reason, I would like to say I tried to be. I would like to say I knew what was going on, but obviously things didn't work out that way. So whatever reason it is, I do feel like there's a better understanding of just what's going on now.
I think in Hard Knocks, Zach, they had you were talking about having more fun. Do you feel like that's been the case this preseason?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say in general. I think just really having an understanding, being grateful that I get to play football for a living, and it doesn't need to be so stressful. It doesn't need to be, putting so much stress on your shoulders every single day to try and be perfect. And, every opportunity is a good learning experience, and failing is an opportunity for you to try and get better. And so I think it's just cherishing the locker room, these guys that we have. And I think Aaron's done a good job showing all of us that. He makes it extremely fun. Hack makes it extremely fun. And so, it helps you realize that there's so much more to the game than just being stressed every day.
Aaron did an interview that was aired on CBS right before the game. He said
I'd like to have a few good years here and then hand it off to Zach and let him go for the next 15. I don't know if you were aware of that
I didn't see
comment,
that.
or what do you think of that timeline that he has?
Yeah, of course, that's the goal. Is play as long as you can, and it helps me knowing that he believes in me, that I can play in this game for a long time, and that's why I lean on him so much. Truly appreciative to have a big brother like that.
What did he say to you after the run when you came to the side?
He said I was watching his highlight film from 10 years ago when he was a younger player.
Is there anything you want to work on before the next game?
Yeah, I would say it's the same kind of thing. Each and every play, just having those keys, being comfortable within what the play is, how efficiently can I get through my reads, getting the ball distributed, of course, having good pocket movements. I think it's everything that comes with being a quarterback, just trying to keep improving on those.
Has any part of this, the last few months, been refreshing you to maybe not have pressure for the first time in your career? Probably for even dating back to high school and college.
Yeah, I don't know if I've looked at it like that. I mean, it's a great question. I mean, sometimes when the eyes are off of you, it gives you a really good opportunity to learn. I definitely think that's helping, because I'm able to really sit there and learn from Aaron, learn from his reps. But I do feel like, regardless of the situation, that I would have been in this comfortable, confident feel anyways. I would like to hope so, at least, just with change of scenery, change of environment and things, and just going into the off season trying to improve and get better. I feel like that also probably helped. And but yeah, I would definitely say that's part of it too.
Zach, how do you think you'll be able to continue your growth once the regular season starts and you go into a more traditional role in the practice?
Yeah, you have to be very good at watching and being able to retain the information and standing behind Aaron and seeing each rep that he takes. And there's a lot of good learning. I think in the quarterback position, it can almost be just as beneficial to watch as it is playing. You'll never get the true feel until you go out there and do it, but and you've played some games, you're able to kind of see what that's like. So I really need to be paying attention to each and every rep he has, ask questions, understand why he's doing certain things. I think that's the best way to handle it.
Has there been a moment where you thought to yourself, I am having fun again? Was there a moment in training camp or anything like that, or has it just kind of been a progressive?
It started in OTAs, and I think it was just, I'd make a mistake and I'd be tough on myself or whatever it is, and Hack would just do a really good job of, hey, we're not negative here. It's not about you making a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. It's how we respond and what you show me you can do on the next play, because every quarterback's going to throw an interception. They're going to make a bad decision, but how can you show me how you rebound and go to the next play? So he does a really good job of helping us kind of keep that mentality of not everything has to be so stressful. If you don't do the right thing all the time, you can learn from that and move on to the next play.
We'll take a few more.
There was a video out there you warming up today, and the motion you're doing looked quite similar to the guy that's in front of you. Is that something you've been working on, or?
I would say the reason I throw the ball the way I do anyways was because of Aaron. I've copied his form, his footwork since I was 8, and I've always felt like I've been pretty good at being able to replicate things that I see, whatever level it's been. And so having him right in front of me, it's not that I'm naturally sitting there like, oh, I'm going to try and throw like him, but I think it just naturally happens as you watch every single rep, and I try and do the same thing, and then all of a sudden, it works like that. But there is definitely things I'm trying to copy. He has an insanely quick release. He doesn't drop the ball at all. His arm slot's not super high, and so those are definitely things I'm working on in my game. How quickly can I get the ball out of my hands? And I would say that's where some of that comes from.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Here with defensive lineman Solomon Thomas. Solomon, obviously not the result you guys wanted tonight, but what did you think of the defense performance?
I thought we played the run really well. We had some hiccups in the past game, but, we recovered, and the young guys were out there playing well, playing hard, and it was just fun to see them compete. So I'm excited to see them get out there more and do their thing.
What can you take away from this game specifically as something you guys want to work on in this next week of practice?
I felt we overall played a really well game. Held them to 13 points. But, we need to get the ball more. We need to create more turnovers. So whether that's getting at the quarterback's hand or getting some more forced fumbles, we need to find a way to get the ball more.
I know Coach Sala stressed all last year that turnovers are the big point. What did he say to the team in the locker room after the game?
He said we got to take care of the ball better and we got to get the ball more. And that's exactly what we need to do. So, yeah.
One last week, Giants on the clock for next week. What is it that you specifically want to have the defensive line accomplish?
Just get after the quarterback, be disruptive, be in the backfield, just keep putting on display who we are as a team and what our standard is. So that's our goal every week, and just to get better and just to show them who we are.
Awesome. Appreciate the time, Solomon.
Thank you, Caroline.
With the return, what did you see on the play?
I seen him shank it a little bit, came a little bit short. I think he was aiming to the left. Just made a play on the ball. I had some great blocks in front of me. And after that, just follow my blocks,
How much have you been waiting for a moment to show off the speed in the return game, which clearly you did so well in college, but trying to make your way on a 53-man roster here?
I kind of don't think about the 53-man roster. Just try to make my plays when they come to me. They're very limited. So you got to make them count when they come. So.
Were you waiting for that moment, though, to show off the burners?
Oh, most def. That's every kid's dream. So, yes, sir, most def.
What in college were you able to do you feel like, so well at the return game specifically, where you score 4 touchdowns in 4 years?
Just try to catch the ball, follow my coach's lead. They do their film, watch their studies, and just believe in my teammates, trust them. After that, just let what God blessed me with take over.
What has this training camp, this preseason been like for you?
It's been pretty good. I got great coaches. I got great players. I'm surrounded by a great man, and it's been pretty good.
And how do you feel like you've been showing out as a receiver? Because obviously the return stuff comes so naturally to you.
Yes, sir. Receiver, it's a lot of work. It's more than where I come from, FCS school, for sure. But it's similar play calls, similar schemes, what we did. But I can make more plays.
So what do you hope to accomplish over the next couple of weeks here as training camp winds down?
Day by day, take it day by day at a time, enjoy it, try not to think ahead and just do what I can do.
Awesome, Xavier. Appreciate the time. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Thank you.